Put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready, set. Check pass. Protein spill. Get it.
Now a first down throw. Greer. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he's got Rome. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Slow. No. 55, mark, 55.
After the interception, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Watson on third and goal. He may try and touchdown, Texans. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
218, chop.
Here's Greer now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And open here is Hogan. He's got it. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Reuben Foster. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Watson. A little juke underneath for Miller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
55. Right here, right here.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Greer on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Greer. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And it's caught. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
On the set. 52's the mic. 52 jet bomber. 52 jet bomber. Give me that ball.
They'll run with Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Watson. Now he steps away. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Flush to his right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on third down, Greer completes it to Samuel. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route. Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Fights through him. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Greer. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Greer now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Will Greer keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even? They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set. 19. 24.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike set. 19. 31. And no time.
On 2nd and 9. Watson eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards. Now it's Miller running right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. It's Kelce on the grab. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. It's complete to Fuller. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the 1st. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Greer. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Go. Go. Hey.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
5. 5.
38, Mike, 38. I'm going to run you.
Ready?
Here's Greer. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, 24. Hey, 31.
Tighten up. Check. Cross.
From his goal line here, Watson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the end zone, Watson. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. K-Wan short. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Greer on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Check 15, spill. Switch gears. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Greer. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Greer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Chubb. A pickup of 4 on 1st down, it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Samaje Perine taking it in as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one. Good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Greer now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Hey, Charlie! Now! On the ball! Fight!
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. Past the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans have burned the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all